What is up, everybody? Johnny Smokes here, PCA26. And of course, you can see I got the man behind the whole project right here, Joshua Habursky, Executive Director, PCA.
What's going on, my friend?
Oh my God. We've had you on the show, and it's funny, you were sitting there and you're talking to us. People don't realize the mileage you put on in a plane, but on this floor. It is insane. The thing is, you could see Josh here, and then 200 yards down that way, 2 minutes later, is like right by you. But I want to say, Josh, so far, I know we have one more day left. I think everything has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think the setup was great. I think the floor was great. I think the pre-party was great. I think the after parties are nice. I think you're doing one hell of a job. How much behind the scenes do people not know goes on?
Yeah, there's a lot of logistics at play. You know, the planning starts. It's funny because concurrently at the show here, we're starting to work on Vegas already. So, like, we have New Orleans is pretty much the ship has left the station.
Yep.
Or the train has left the station, however you want to say it. And, you know, everything's on autopilot right now. The team really does a lot of the logistics. I mean, it was hilarious. One of the funny stories of this year's show, Lisa Cox, who runs the trade show, she was like, you want to get a photo? We had fire twirlers at the opening party.
Yep.
And so they're like, oh, you want to light your cigar with a fire twirler? And I'm like, oh, sure. So I go and I do that. And next thing you know, I'm getting yelled at by the fire marshal. I almost canceled the whole party because I'm lighting my cigar with this fire twirler thing. But I had no idea that the fire twirlers were part of that event. You know, the second line, the band, like all these little details. I mean, the trade show in previous years, you go fast forward 5-6 years ago, you had the show, and then you didn't have anything really else going on. And we really taken it upon ourselves to build an overall experience. I mean, we were at Pro Cigar Night last night.
Yes.
That was incredible. I mean, and that was them. We facilitated that partnership. They got to showcase the Dominican Republic and their culture during the trade show, and it was a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, it was great. It's seeing you, Ricardo, and of course all the big names in the industry. Lito Gomez, Carlito Fuente, Cynthia Fuente, Hochi Blanco. After the camera's off, I got an interesting Hochi Blanco story for our ears only. I'm sorry. But another thing, you mentioned Vegas. So it's a question I've asked a bunch of people. And you don't got to be politically correct. I know you're not. But where does your heart lie? More towards here, more towards Vegas? Are you a Vegas guy? Where do you? And not that you can like both. Like me personally, I like both, but I'm a Vegas guy.
Yeah.
You know, but like Lena loves here. I don't even know where I know the Tarshis love Vegas.
Yeah.
I know they're Vegas people. Well, how about you?
I'll tell you what, I agree with what you said. I like both. I'm more of a Vegas guy. I like the pinstripe Sinatra, like that whole atmosphere, the kind of old school gangster casinos. But like at the end of the day, I will say New Orleans, Louisiana, I got to spend time with the mayor's office, the governor, state legislature. It really rolled out the red carpet for us here.
Yeah.
So I actually feel almost more welcomed in New Orleans, which we didn't think was going to be the case necessarily.
Right.
And like that has been a pleasant surprise. And, now Nevada and Las Vegas have to kind of live up to that.
Yes.
But it was hilarious. 2 years ago, I remember everyone not wanting to come to New Orleans. Those same people are now not wanting to leave New Orleans. But it's good to have some variety.
Right here. Josh, I'm not a bullshitter. I was one of those people. It's not that I didn't want to come. I was hesitant.
Yeah.
I was very hesitant. But I agree with you 150%. Now, I actually wish, and I know Lena does too, I wish we had one more year here. Even though I love Vegas, it was just like everything, to the point, I'll tell you to the point where I said to Lena, we got to come down here when there's nothing going on so we could spend more time down here.
Yeah.
And then what you rolled out with the parties and everything, what you orchestrated is freaking amazing.
It started
really
with the education sessions
Yes.
that day. We set the tone and the enthusiasm, and I think I've heard it from a few folks. They used to be like, the trade show, the trade show. We got to get through it. Now I think there's a level of excitement, and also people don't know what to expect from the PCA anymore. Like in terms of like, what are they going to announce? What are they going to release?
Oh yeah.
2 weeks ago we announced the Cigar Academy acquisition. Yeah. At the annual meeting, I announced that we're doing a road show in Hong Kong and Macau. Like, there's so many things that are in the works right now. We're staggering our announcements of how we really build off the foundation that we built over the last 2 years, to entice the industry, to entice all of our members to take part in the association.
Right.
Obviously at the Super Bowl, the big stage of the trade show, but throughout the year.
Right. I'll tell you what, it's one of those things where I agree with you. Is like either Lena, myself, Candy. Sometimes she'll post your stuff on the website or on our group, and sometimes like Candy will get to it or Lena will get to it before I've even seen it, and I'm like, Jesus, holy shit, they're doing this, and then she'll be like, did you see that? I'm like, yeah, I just saw it now. Yeah. And it's like, I think you're right. I think there is people actually wait to see, what's coming down the road. And, with I think I told you this already, and I told everybody out there. Of course, Josh is very close with Raed. We have our new annual sponsor for JSU, along with Cigars International, is the Leaf Master. It's the reason I did this, and her being my wife and best friend is like I bounced some of this stuff off her, and it was, I'm thinking of this. She's like, what? And I said, I'm thinking of getting our annual sponsorship, asking Raed. I said, when we went to the World Cigars Show in Dubai, and not to sound weird, I fell in love with the guy. I love his passion. I love everything that he stands for in the cigar industry. Yeah. The show that he did after the one, the main Friday night, was it the one that he did next door with Viva La Vida? Yeah. Altisano del Tobacco. He went above and beyond, and it was, I said, if he puts his heart and soul, this is going to be a blast. Yeah. And it was. The success of all of this is because of risk takers, and Raed is a perfect example of that. He took a risk on the PCA, and that's, if you read my letter to the membership in the annual or in the attendee guide, that's calling on people to take risks, take a chance, bet on the PCA. We're a good bet, and we're doing things bigger and better. Like, we're going to be back at the World Cigar Show. We have the sky, the desert, the sea smoke, enhancing the overall experience. And that's what I want to foster, an environment where people are like waiting to see what the PCA is going to do. Are they going to be able to meet expectations or exceed expectations next year? And I'm looking forward to delivering, whether it be in Dubai at the World Cigar Show or at our trade show next year in Las Vegas. Right. I'll tell you, if you guys, I don't know if all you guys out there, we got our mics here, but behind us, literally, the PCA booth is literally right behind us. It's packed. Ricardo Carrione's over there talking to Alito Gomez. Yep. And they're doing this right now. We actually scheduled this for 2 o'clock, and he was like, oh, shit, I forgot this is going on. And then Josh is on from 3 to 4. So, he was nice enough. The one thing, Josh, I want to thank you for always being accessible. And I'll tell you what, I know you're super busy, but this guy here is, I sent him a text, hey, can we do an interview? Comes right back, yes, how about 2? Boom, it was that easy. I want to thank you. And this is just amazing. I'm at a loss for words. Well, thank you for taking an interest in this. A lot of times the cigar media, they don't get enough credit because to keep people interested in this, to keep the vitality, I just did the numbers this morning. We had more people at the trade show this year than last year. That is because the message is getting out there, and in order to do that, we need to have effective media channels. Right. Well, everybody, all I could say is if you see this gentleman right here has his work into something like Hold on, Josh. We were talking about somebody in particular who's the JSU annual sponsor. He's actually taking a picture of us right now, and he can come over here and say hi. This is this right here. This is what we're talking about. This man right here and this man right here.
We're in the presence of royalty. Don't take me there. Don't.
Come on in here. Come on in here. Yes.
How's it going?
What's up, my friend? How's it going?
All good.
We were talking about your openings, the opening event that you did.
Yeah.
And we were saying that how you were running around crazy. You were just like this guy, how he's back and forth here.
Are you seeing that?
And you, your wife, the team you had, I even jumped in because I felt bad that the cigars weren't coming over. I'm like, hell with it. I was grabbing because I wanted to be a part of it. I was like, I'm in. And the girl kept going, thank you. I was like, I'm good. But this is the reason right here that you're going to see a lot of success with PCA. You got Josh, you got the Leaf Master, and Ryan Saxahite.
Nice.
I'm working on it. But, what?
World Cigar Show.
The world's, is it over here? Well, talk about it. This is a question everybody had.
Okay.
We all know, especially since I'm married to a Lebanese woman, you hear about all the stuff going on.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot of worry about the World Cigar Show that we went to. Can you tell us and reassure everybody out there it's going to happen?
Look, I'm gonna look at you with a straight face and say it's gonna happen. I mean, if you look at what's going on right now, so with the date of the World Cigar Show happening on the 10th and 11th of November, before that, there is the watch show, and that's one of the top 3 watch shows in the world. It's going on. After us, there's the boat show, and that's one of the main boat shows in the world. It's going on. There is a commitment in the country, in the government, to make sure that everything goes on, that security is there, come what may. The flights are going, Emirates is working, the hotels are ready, nothing has been closed, a lot has been learned from the COVID days, and that's definitely going to be applied to make sure that we have, yet again, an amazing event. Bigger, better, stronger than last year, and definitely something that is with longevity and continuity over the years ahead.
Well, anything, I said this and I'll say it again, anything that I think the passion that you two gentlemen have behind anything, the sky's the limit. I see you guys
learning from
you guys surpassed the Burj Khalifa. You guys to the heavens.
Telling that to 2 short men.
Three. See, 4. Yeah. But I want to thank these 2 gentlemen. I want to thank for the time. I want to thank for the
Pleasure.
sponsorship.
My timing.
Yes, it's actually perfect. We're talking about you. That's what it was. He heard us. But I know you guys are super busy. I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
JSU, keep a watch. We're going to get these 2 guys on the podcast. We know Josh makes a regular appearance to keep us informed. So keep an eye out for JSU. Keep an eye out. You will be seeing Glenn is going to be not suing anyone. Glenn is going to be making your video that we will post every time we do a live event. That will be on there.
Excellent.
So with that, love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Josh. And make sure you guys stay tuned. Kill it.